Hello and welcome back to Amnesia, a machine for pigs. My name is Kat and I will be your guide on this not very terrifying journey. That noise is lovely.
Listen, Papa. Hold the egg to your ear. You can hear the sea.
'Tis not a conch shell or whatever it is. What exhumation is this? What rotten fruit? What bestitching of parts? I doubt I will ever be found, yet I'll leave you this scrawled in the malodorous half-light, whilst my tormentor shuffles below. My fellow prisoners keen and squeal in the gloam, and where I wait for the knocking upon my cage that signifies it is finally my turn to make that dark journey into the interior. Okay. Sounded kind of like Daniel from the first game. What are you talking about? Ooh. Hi. Trap. Okay, no. Stop running away. I haven't even seen you yet. That clicking is rather annoying. Okay, so he seems quite angry. That's a bit disturbing looking. I'm gonna go this way. Oh. That was uneventful. And so to the stoking, pulling cogwheels now sneezed into his kerchief when the dust got into his eyes. I have begun to change more rapidly now, he surmised. Yeah, alright. Still don't know what you're talking about, but... My cat's looking at me really sleepily and he's got like his little grin. I had 3 cats previously. They're at my mum's now. Because I didn't bring them with me when I moved, because it wasn't guaranteed that I would have a job at first, and I didn't want them to go unfed. Apparently they're now living quite fat and happy.
Water in his shoes. Always the water, and the sparks of the embers of the wheels. It's too bony! It's too damn bony!
What are you talking about? My soul shudders at what I have seen, but at last I have reached the main part of the factory, and now onwards and downwards to find these flood waters and drain them away. Like Moses, I will cleave the waters and lift my little darlings clear of its vile cradle. Okay.
These men, Professor, these so-called men of vision, they would shackle the masses to a wheel and turn it till their backs break. All for that opiate, the lure of profit. These fools who lackey them, these priests, these officials, this government. They make pigs of us all. But what solution, my dear man? How to break a cycle? You cannot simply remove the promise of a better world for these unfortunates. In the workhouses, in the orphanages, the belief in heaven is surely the only succor one can find. We do not need to wait. We can bring forth paradise now. We can speed the passion. With only a small sacrifice, we can hold the apocalypse. With just a small sacrifice, we can free our shackles and deliver them to paradise now.
A small sacrifice. I think that was the loudest I've heard them be in this game. It's so bloomin' quiet all the time. What's gold in here? What are you flickering again for? Is that what means? I can't remember. Is that what it does when there's a thing about? Oop. Yep, I think so. Thought I saw a thing. What am I to do in here? No. What I'm doing. Each compartment is ergonomically designed with a feed trough at one end, so the product naturally settles into a position ready for the stunning arms to connect to the skull. We use the natural static charge built up by the friction of the carts against the belt to build an electrical charge, which is contained within glass vacuum canisters at the sides of the stunning arm mechanisms and delivered along the stunning arms via copper cabling. We have observed that the artificial lighting contained within these canisters seems to calm the product further. Post-stunning, the line tilts sharply to the vertical, the physics of which tips the stunned product upwards to fall directly onto the hook of the bleeding line. This hook passes normally through the haunch or thigh of the product, and from this point we dispense with the belt and instead instigate a channeled flow, which creates a tunnel allowing blood and byproduct excretions to collect and run to the fluid collection tanks. Ew. Oop.
Hear me, Mandus. I am compromised. Our contacts must be brief and occasional. Beware the wretches who populate this compound. The way you seek is under the pistons. When you meet the saboteur, you will understand everything.
I am to meet this saboteur? Cool. He seems like a swell guy. Do I have to go back down here? Seems quite strange to not have anything down here. I did run through, but that's mainly because I didn't see anything to do. There is nothing to do. Let me out of this. Ooh! Pretty floor. What way am I to go? Oop. I know not of which way I must proceed. This machine is not working. Oh, hey. Meow. Right, that one's on fire already. Yeah. Levers. Oh. Levers that don't work. Sideways doors. You're already working. Therefore, process of elimination. Yep. Get in there. I need at least one more. I think. I could be wrong. Suppose we'll find out. There we go. Now perhaps. No, I don't think so. Okay. Suppose I shall just... Okay, so how many of these are there? If it's just running around and plopping a bunch of somewhat coal-looking objects into them, then I can assume that this is not going to be a very interesting episode. Get in there. Hey! I don't want to get in there. I'd rather stay out here with you. Too bad. No, Daddy, why? The fires are stoked. Assuming the same architect is responsible here as with the chemical plant, I surmise that a centralized control system regulates and operates the pistons. It should be a simple matter of finding it and hoping the saboteur will lend to adapt to simply extinguishing the fires. I assume it's those levers. Just make another one. The pistons are silent, the plant is at rest. I must poke the hornet's nest to open my way. I fear. The scale of these engines suggests a far greater works than is visible from the surface, so my friend must be correct and the larger part of this plant is underground. We're close to the Thames, no wonder flooding is such a risk. What, the River Thames? Or is it something else with the same name? This centralized control system? So I've done a thing. I don't know whether it was a good thing or not. Hold on, I can't see anything. I still can't see anything. Oop. Duh. Hi. Run. Run. Don't let them get you. Don't let them catch you. I must ask you a question. Wow. Those were easy to get away from. What did that dark voice instruct me to do? Under the pistons, into the tunnels, and onto the bilge pumps. And if the door should be locked, I will have to find another means of descent. I cannot trust him, but my path is set. I shall ignore those noises, that snuffling, those shuffling steps below me. I will brave whatever lurks beneath me, and I will save them. Gotta give him props. Maybe. The crate arrived this morning and I had it delivered directly to the workshop. The body is remarkably preserved, although there is a subtle yet nauseating stench of damp and rot. It is humanoid in shape but has suffered severe skeletal deformity. Remnants of leather straps encased the torso, which is deformed with evidence of substantial muscle mass and displacement. It is difficult to ascertain whether this unfortunate is the recipient of some barbarous surgery or was born deformed in an attempt to force his gnawed body into some semblance of humanity was made. What he is I cannot tell, but I smell the orb upon him and suspect my great-uncle's presence in his curious condition. Wait, the orb, like the orb from the first game? Okay, so it can be done. We can reshape the body into a tool, accelerate the process of Mr. Darwin's evolution. But here my great uncle and I part company. He chose men as the subjects of experiments, but men are difficult to control and wrought with sentimentality. Sentimentality. No, we require a new creature for our chattels. Loyal, clever, strong, easily sated. Like a pig. Is this conveyor belt part of a machine for pigs? Flickering lights. Oh no! Okay. That looks like a staircase. That's locked. Alright. Onward. What? Ah, hello. Chemical transportation. Wait. Oh. Damn it. In the nest of eggs, the factory is quiet now. Stumbling the alley, a wrench hung loosely from his hand. Oil and grease dripping off it, looking like blood in the half-light. Mm-hmm. This is fun. These loading screens. I mean, the drawing is pretty, but... other than that... oh. Ooh. Get up, you. Oh. Bruised and battered but alive, I have survived the saboteur's best efforts. He and I are now locked in an epic struggle, but I am driven to find my family and I will prevail. Ignore the madness about me. Do not consider what cruel and unspeakable acts have been committed here. Find the way to the village, drain the flood, free your children. Alright, hang on. I hope you've enjoyed this journey so far. It's... that last bit with the 2 or 3 pig things was rather disappointing. But if you're enjoying this, please consider giving the video a like or whatever, share this about. Go check out other playlists or videos that I've made, and until next time, goodbye.